Hi, how are ya? How was your week? I'm a little confused this week, so I'm going to try to do this so it works. We all are going through stuff. We're all got rough things going on. Parents are hurt or sick. Kids are going through rough times. Babies are getting sick and getting better. But things happen all the time. And it makes you question, why? Why are we going to have things happening? I don't know why. Maybe it makes you a little stronger. It's a lot to go through. But I have a friend, and she sent me a prayer. It's kind of covers everything. I'm going to read the prayer to you. Dear God, of all our stories, we thank you for carrying us through. There are times when we believed we wouldn't make it, and yet here we are by your grace. God, we know that you are the one who has held us up when we are weak, and we ask for that strength now, facing what we do, knowing we will not get over except by your grace. Our family and friends are sick, oh God, and we ask that you would move in miraculous power to protect and heal them. Our family and friends are hurting inside with broken hearts and wandering souls, and we ask that you would surround them with your peace and your love and quiet their spirits. Our family and friends are grasping for the strength to go on, and we ask that you would give them the bone-deep knowledge that there is a future for them, that the night is almost over, that dawn is just over the horizon. We ask that you would make us a light, make us to be their healing and a strengthening presence to all those we encounter. Give us a new and even richer love in our hearts for the stranger. Make us open and kind. You have called us into great and difficult things, a call requiring sacrifice and struggle, a call to abandon our selfishness, and we simply don't have it in ourselves to respond to that call adequately. We need you, your inspiration, your guidance, your transformation of our hearts and minds. We don't intend to sit back and allow you to do all the work, but we present ourselves to work alongside you, to be useful in whatever way you see fit, knowing that you will prepare us for every adversity. Because you are the God of hope. You are the God who saves. You are the God who lifts us up and sets our feet on solid ground. You are the God who set Israel free from Egypt. You are the God who raised Jesus from the dead. You are the God who holds every tear and every fallen sparrow, and who makes life where only death could exist. We need you now, and we are confident in your faithfulness. Amen. Now, I had it all set up that you can find all of those things in the Bible, and you can. He is all of those things. And you're watching me, and I'm crying again, but I'm not crying for me. I'm crying for all of us. God's got this. There is a lot of stuff going on around here. A lot of stuff going around in your house, in your family, in your friends. A lot. And yet, we survive. Sometimes we even thrive. We keep going. We have a hard time in school. We just keep going. And then we get to a different school and it gets better. We have a job that's kind of rough. And then we either get a new job or we figure this one out. We don't think we'll ever have a family. And then one day somebody shows up and wants to start a family with us. We get sick. We don't think we're going to make it. And we make it, or we go live with God. We know this. We talk about it. But in order to keep feeling it, we have to keep reminding ourselves. We have to keep those prayers going. This is not the kind of thing where you say, oh, I got it, and then you have it the rest of your life. It's not. You have to keep reminding yourselves. You have to keep reading. Keep talking about it. Yeah. So, that's why the prayer. It's a very long prayer, but you can do it shorter. Lord, I know you got this. Can you help me to believe it? Can you help me to feel it? I know you're here. Be with us. You know, so many things happened to show us that God is a miracle maker. I have an uncle who got pancreatic cancer 25 years ago. And he's still with us. He's a miracle. I know miracles happen. I feel it. I've been through it. It's there. There's a story in the Bible. It's not even a story. It's a time when Jesus was teaching. And you all know this story. It's from Matthew 14, 13 through 21. There was a whole bunch of people coming together to listen. Because there's this guy who's here in their town who's saying things and doing things that they never knew could happen. And so they just kept coming and coming and coming to listen. And when Jesus heard what had happened, he withdrew by boat privately to a solitary place. Hearing of this, the crowds followed him on foot from the towns. And when Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion for them and healed their sick. As evening approached, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a remote place and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food." And Jesus said, "They don't have to go away. You give them something to eat." "We only have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Bring them here to me," he said. And he directed the people to sit down on the grass, and taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks and broke the loaves. And they all ate and were satisfied. And the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. And the number of those who ate was about 5,000 men, besides the women and children. It's not a complicated story. And it's not a story you haven't heard before. And it's really a story that the kids know. It's a story of a miracle. And there's a lot of them in there. But God did it. It was a God thing. God helped my uncle. God got me to the place where I'm here in church. Who thought that would happen? God gave me friends, and Kenny, and my kids, and this incredible job. There are miracles happening all the time. And if there are miracles happening all the time, then God will get us through what we have to get through. It's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen the way we think it's going to happen. Maybe the job that we want is not the one that we're going to have, but it's going to be the one that we need. Maybe the family is not the family we thought we would have, but it's going to be the family that we are going to raise. I get that we have to trust, especially get it, when I'm standing here in front of the computer or when I'm in church. Kind of hard to get when bad things are happening. And you're praying, and it feels like it's not going to happen. But if you think back to things that happened a year ago, 5 years ago, 6 months ago, and that you're still here, and you can still laugh, you kind of know God's got this. When you pray, you ask for what you ask, but you know you're going to get what He needs you to get. So keep praying and talking to people and connecting and getting what you need from the angels that He sends to you. And know that it's going to be okay. You're going to get through this too. Love you. I miss you a lot. But we'll be together soon. Have a good week.